Tonya.
And it's your girl Elona.
And we are DemBrownGirls.
Oh my gosh, I got it. I thought really hard about it before
She said,
started singing.
girl.
I really thought really hard about it.
You did good, sister.
And my mom was my inspiration because I'd say what she did today. I watched a women's conference and she rearranged How Great Thou Art. She rewrote a verse.
It's probably because she
killed it.
Oh, she did?
She killed it. It was all part of the theme of the conference.
Oh.
God's masterpiece. And she had words like masterpiece.
Oh, really?
We're his masterpiece. I was like, sing, mama. Cheers to mama.
Cheers to mama. So you guys know what to do before we get started. Don't forget to hit that subscribe button, click like and subscribe. We appreciate all you guys hanging in there. I know it's been a while.
Yes.
Hang in there with us. There's been a lot of changes, a lot of things going on.
Transitions, you know, things are moving, life is changing, but you know, we're still on track to do this and to bring you the best content possible. So thank you for your patience. Thank you for rocking with us, riding with us, and thank you for tuning back in.
Yes. So why do I have these little bunny ears on?
Why do you have these little bunny ears?
Actually, this is one of my birthday gifts I got. So the last video we watched, if you didn't go watch it, please go tune in to the last video we got. Elona did a little surprise birthday party for me. I didn't know anything about it. I was really excited about it. It's funny because when we have birthday dinners, we usually have this thing where we kind of go around and talk about the person, like all the guests. So we didn't do that, and I just didn't know what was going on. And so
she was like, what? I was like,
but yeah, so I didn't know she was doing that whole thing, but it was great. It was a great surprise. I felt very blessed. It was something I definitely needed. But this was a little gift that I got from one of Ty's gifts. It came in like this whole little makeup.
Nice.
You know, makeup kit. Not really a kit, but a cleanser, stuff like that for your face.
Yeah.
And so what I'm gonna do, because I've heard a lot and we've got a lot of feedback, is a get ready with me video. Get ready with me.
Yes.
So while we're doing that, Elona and I were talking yesterday. I was like, let's hold off. Just hold off, because this is a good conversation. I wish we were taping it now. We're going to talk about a little about the latest, I don't want to say gossip, but the latest news.
Yeah, what's happening in the world? What's going on in pop culture right now?
So while we do that, I'll share some of the things I'm doing, and then she'll kind of go into what is going on, and we'll talk about it, because I got some opinions about it. You might have some opinions about it.
Yes.
Put that in the chat if you know anything about it. If you don't, if we're giving you some new tea, let us know. Hey, this is new tea. Didn't know.
Yeah.
Stuff. But before we get started, I want to tell you I love you.
Love you too.
Cheers to you.
Let's see what. So how do you start your makeup? The first thing that you do.
I put a primer on my face.
Oh, primer. And what does primer do?
And let me be honest with you, I did not bring it out here.
So.
Oh, actually, yes, I did. Yes, I did.
All right.
I have a different primer. So I usually put a primer on my face. And I use Urban Decay's primer. So there's a spray primer that I've used like for years, like probably 3 years. This one is a creamier one. Like this other was a spray. This is a cream, and this is called All Nighter face primer. So primer actually helps your makeup to stay on. It doesn't run.
Right.
Stuff like that. Sometimes you get sweaty. You know, you might be somewhere out to eat, or I know when I have a little beverage, I get a little hot sometimes, so it can run. So I just put like one little squeeze. Now I'm not sure if you can see this. One little squeeze, and I just let this handle my entire face. I have these bunny ears on so I can keep my hair back, even though I put a little bit forward. My nail is interesting. Anyway.
Is that primer, is it sticky?
No, it's not sticky. Okay. Not sticky. Yeah. You can touch my face.
No, there was something, but it came up. It was like a little eyelash.
Oh, yeah. So before we get started, let you know I do have on eyelashes. I do have on individual lashes. I get them done every 2 weeks. My girl, Laura does them for me, and I had another girl just to get me in real quick, and her name is Cameron, something like that.
All right, Cameron.
So Cameron is Cameron's good. Anyway, so Cameron's good.
Right.
So I'm gonna start with my brows while you do that, but let me tell you guys before I get started what I'm doing with my brows, so Elona can explain all she got to tell you, and then I can be able to chime in. So I use an angled brush. It goes like this. You probably can't see it, but it goes like this. And it has a eyebrow brush on the end,
nice.
and then I use a flat brush for like shaping them to help shape them. Okay. So what I'm using to, what I've always used pretty much all my whole makeup life, I've used Ecobrow. It's a pomade. Reminds you a little bit of Anastasia or Anastasia. Some people's calls are different. And it was before Anastasia came out.
That's a good product.
It's a really good product. You can get it from Namie's. You can get it from Nordstrom's. You can get pretty much.
Sephora?
Sephora has it. And I want to say Ulta has it, but I could be wrong. But I'm going to shape my brows. You can watch me as I shape my brows, but Elon's getting ready to start with the first topic.
All right, so first we just want to give our condolences and our love to two brothers in the hip hop community that have recently passed away. That is DMX, Darkman X, and then also Black Rob. So just our condolences go out to the family and those of us in the hip hop community that grew up with that music. Just our hearts go out to them.
And Black Rob just died, I think today, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah, I believe it was very recent.
Yeah. And then obviously DMX is maybe like 2-3 days ago.
Yeah, because it was on Monday when everybody, I think it was confirmed, and we're filming today on a Saturday, so yeah. Okay. Yeah. But yeah, so our condolences to them. So we dedicate this show to DMX and Black Rob.
Yes, and you know they help shape hip hop.
Absolutely. I mean, when you think about distinctive voices in hip hop, definitely, I would say DMX for sure is definitely, there's nobody that could really duplicate, nobody that could really imitate that. He was just, you know, just an originator.
You know what I heard? I heard that y'all really tried to imitate
really?
I heard that. And I can see that. I can see that, right, exactly.
He was kind of like a hodgepodge of like DMX boys, and then kind of like Tupac with the scarf.
Right, but not Tupac, but DMX had his own sound. Like I didn't really understand the whole sound thing. Like you have to find your sound. My son was going through the whole music thing. He was like, you gotta find that sound. Like, what are you talking about? It sounds good, but I didn't understand it. But DMX had his own sound, and I think with his sound, he had his own persona. Like you can't come with that and look a certain way. You gotta come with that with the whole, like the entire persona. You know what I mean? So
he embodied that.
He really did embody that.
The whole Rough Rider image, you know, the whole thing. So absolutely. So on a lighter note, just want to kind of go into some Housewives stuff. I know everybody doesn't watch Housewives.
I've been watching it since the first season when Edie had that little short, raggedy looking.
No, the first season she had shoulder length like orange.
Okay, maybe I had it wrong, but it was orange. It was orange.
Yeah. But you're right about that. Maybe the second season when she had the short.
Yeah, she thought she was
like two-toned.
Mm-hmm.
You know, every season, you know, they get better and better, right? Don't they? It's like you can tell whose first season it is because of wardrobe.
So we'll talk about that because I got
and makeup.
Yeah, because I got somebody to talk about that.
Right. But also tell them what you're doing real quick.
Okay, so real quick, I'm shaping this with Paintly, and the color is It's actually Pro Wear Paint Pod. Okay. Yeah. So I'm taking this. And I'm actually shaping my brows. So I've already kind of drew a little bit. If y'all can see, really honestly, I need my brows done. It looks incredible.
So the purpose of that is to shape.
It's to shape. Yeah, it's to correct. It's a corrector. Okay. And it corrects, like I have hair right here. You really can't see, but I have hair right here. And I'm actually trying to correct that. But honestly, it also gives you a color there, so when you are doing your eyeshadow, that you don't have to worry about kind of making that pop because it already has its own color there. So that's what I'm doing.
Very nice.
This is by MAC, guys. This is
very nice.
The first one was just by Ecobrow, ECOBR.
All right. So back to the Housewives. So basically, we're talking about the Housewives of Atlanta. I know that the Housewives franchise is very big, and there
What was the first one?
Real Housewives of Orange County was the first one. That was the first one.
I did watch that.
Yeah, that was. Then
Atlanta, huh?
No, and then it was Real Housewives of Orange County, and then I think it was New York.
Oh.
And then I think it was Atlanta. I believe that's how it went. And it was like Miami, but Miami is gone now.
Miami came and went.
Yeah, Miami came and went. I think that they did have one DC, and that one also.
Is that the one talking about people?
No, Potomac is different. It's over in that same area, but yeah. So Potomac, that's still around, and that's a more predominantly African American cast also.
Yeah.
So you know, we support our people for sure, 100%. But yeah, so this season was just full of a whole lot of drama, right? So we went from the beginning of the season where, you know, we were celebrating Portia and all that she has done to advocate for the whole Black Lives Matter movement, you know, standing with Breonna Taylor and, you know, that whole situation. And, you know, just celebrating her as an activist. I believe that her grandfather was an activist, and so she's just following in those footsteps naturally. So there was, you know, coverage about that. Then there were some new people introduced, Drew Sidora and Tonya.
I don't know her last name.
Tonya. And then there's another girl that kind of pops in and out. I can't think of her name. No. She's like a friend of the show. But oh gosh, I can't. She's married to an older gentleman. And her and
oh yes, she's beautiful.
I can't think of the girl's name. It's totally a thing.
Oh my god, it's a really odd name actually.
Yeah, it's something different.
She's beautiful.
But she's a pretty girl.
Oh, she's like Indian and exotic. She's beautiful.
Yes. So, and then it goes to, you know, Cynthia and her, you know, trying to get this wedding off the ground in the midst of the pandemic, and you know. And
they were kind of having a hard time because she'd been married before, and he was like, "You already had your big wedding. Let's just get it done," you know. And she's like, "I want a big wedding." You know. Like I feel like you are the one. Like before, maybe the other one wasn't the one.
She wants to do it.
Yeah, but she was fabulous. Yeah, I'm not mad at that at all. So let me tell you real quick before I move on. So remember guys when we did that one video we had the Target haul?
Oh yeah.
I kept this little, it's by
is that
Lip Bar.
Lip Bar.
It's a brow gel. And I like it because it has this little brush on the end, kind of like that. But I like to have my brows to be brushed up and to make it look natural. And this just helps a little bit. Like it just gives me a little bit of, you know.
Yeah, that's good. Yeah. But you have very full brows, so that's good.
Yeah, I do. And then I'm using Fenty. I use a lot of Fenty and MAC products. So this is Fenty number 400.
I like the whole.
Yeah. So this is their hydrating pump. So the other one I had that was more of a cylinder. That one I really like, but it's more drier. So I kind of go back and forth. I ran out of the other one, so right now I'm just using this. I bought it before and it was a little too oily for me, but actually it's been working for the last like I would say 7 or 8 times now. Just go. And you know what? If you have primer, there's nothing wrong with putting a little primer on your face and continuing to
put it on when?
Just put it on while you're putting it on makeup, because it just kind of helps soak it in. A little water also works when I buy water. Yeah, so the primer, it just kind of helps. You can put it all over your face before you do stuff like this.
Yeah.
I think it's always good to also put it on before you put on your shadow. It just kind of helps it to stick. It's just like another, and it makes you dewy. I want to look dewy sometimes. I don't want to look oily, but I want to look dewy sometimes. Does that make sense?
Dewy, not oily. Yeah, see, I have oily skin, so I would shy away from moisture.
Yeah.
But okay. I see.
And I would too, because I have a combo skin. What do you have? Combo?
I have more. I think my skin's more oily.
Oh yeah? Okay. I kind of get this in here, clean up that, because we don't want that to be looking like that.
Right.
But yeah.
All right.
If I don't do my best, because I'm not like in my bathroom. So.
It's gonna look good though. She's saying all that right now, and then the camera's gonna come back, and then she's gonna be like,
whatever. Okay, so let's move on. So
maybe it's May, but link. I'm just kidding. All right, so what was I gonna say?
So back to okay.
So housewives.
Okay, so a lot of drama. We got Cynthia.
So Cynthia, that wedding, but the things that led up to the wedding, that's what we want to get into real quick. So we know it was a whole situation when they went away to South Carolina, and they went, and it was supposed to be just like a girls' trip, but it was a girls' trip / bachelorette party. And things got crazy.
I could not believe what I was watching.
It got ignorant. I mean, when they started like turning cameras off and, you know,
putting things over the camera, they were like kind of like
turn it off, get that camera, turn it off, and then all you could see was something from the outside, stuff moving around the house. It was like a dark, one of those night cams. It was just crazy. So who knows if the show did that purposefully, or, you know, if that was just how it really went down.
Well, they had a guy named Bolo.
Oh, yeah.
And Bolo was the stripper.
The entertainment.
Entertainment. I didn't mean to say stripper.
Sorry.
Entertainment for the night. He had on, first of all, the first thing I saw, he had on Chanel. It was a done for me. I'm not into strippers, period. Let's start there. But he had on Chanel.
And Marlo said it was fake, so we really...
Right. It was already done that for me. I was like, Chanel and you're a man, I don't get... Okay, but anyways. And we are talking about that. We are talking about that.
So it was a lot of stuff going on, and there were all these allegations swirling around and all this drama.
Okay, so what was the allegation?
So the allegation is that Portia and possibly one other person had a evening of adult fun.
What was this?
So the allegation was that Portia and another member, who actually, now that I think about it, we haven't even seen her on the show since it happened.
You're right. Tonya.
Yeah, but we don't want to get Tonya and Portia.
You're right.
So they supposedly had a very eventful night with the entertainment.
Morning, because everybody was up all night.
Right.
Now everybody had a little piece of Bolo in some way. Drew Sidora, who was married, he flipped her on the coffee table. That's all she was talking about.
Yeah, they all did.
Yeah, and everybody had a little, booty clap situation with him. But whatever. But
it was a lot.
But apparently there was like a little more with
Portia and
Tonya.
Yeah. So
and Tonya is married.
Is she married?
Or
engaged? She's been engaged for like ever.
Yeah.
And so then it just turns to who was there, who did it. Tell the truth. Why can't you just admit? And my thing is that these are all adults.
Yeah. Here's where I have a problem with. And before we get there,
whose issue or whose business is it?
Right. So I'm using Fenty. These things right here, I love. What I like about these two is that they stick. I love it. I love it. This one is Honey by Rihanna, and this one's this is Espresso by Rihanna. I love that they can stick together. I had at one point I had like 3 or 4. I only used 2, and they just all kind of stick together. So I like that. Yeah, I like that little magnet.
So the Honey, the lighter one, is the highlight.
Yes, and
Espresso, the darker one,
is the contour. Again, this is a great time to put on some primer. I have a setter. I'm just gonna use it just for now because I'm not going anywhere.
Setter. Okay.
It's a setter. We'll talk about what that is in a few minutes. But primer to put on your face, and then because if this was wet, it'd be great. You could actually really kind of. And this is Rihanna's sponge. It's actually really nice.
It's like angled on the back. Is that angling thing? Does that help?
It does. It does. I just kind of use the other side because I don't want to waste one. I mean, waste it all. So I'm just gonna use one for it all. But they clean well. They're very absorbent.
So you can reuse this.
You can reuse. Oh yeah. You can reuse all the beauty blenders you can.
I'd be like, this is nasty.
But there's one that's like Target has like orange. It's kind of like cut like that too. And that mess is like.
And some of those, like when you put water on that, does it blow up real big?
Some of them get really.
Some of them, I'm
this
like,
one I was like, you was this small, and now you're like,
it's like,
yeah, it gets absorbed a lot of water. It actually looks a little scary.
Yeah.
So I put a little bit on my eyes because when I do start my shadow, I like to have a blanket, kind of like a sheet.
A blank slate.
Blank slate. That's the word.
There you go.
So as you can see, what I like to do, I didn't do that this time. What I like to do is to get all of the light and then get all of the dark. But I did get a little dark just over here already, so I'm gonna just let that go. So like I didn't do that. Anyways, okay, so where were we?
All right, so there's all these allegations, but again, these are grown women, so if she did it, she did it. If she didn't, she didn't.
But here's the thing, who cares? And who cares?
Kenya. For whatever reason.
For some reason, she cares a lot about what happened in that room. Once you find, okay, my thing is, once she found out, what would have been the...
Oh my goodness, Miss Kenya, we'll post a picture that I tried to take with Miss Kenya more.
She not nice.
And she is a very interesting young lady, that's all I'll say. I was leaning in and she was going out. I was like...
Let's take a picture, let's do it.
Let's take a picture, Kenya! I can't wait to show you the photo. We're gonna post that so you can see that.
It was awesome.
So that was kind of like the big...
She was like, I said no picture!
That was the big issue with basically the remainder of the season. Trying to figure it out.
Consistently trying to figure it out. It was weird.
It just got crazy. And then we had, which the season finale is coming up, actually Sunday, tomorrow, and it will basically kind of go back over what we just learned, which is this whole new allegation with the new friend of the show who doesn't yet have a peach, Tonya, and Drew Sidora. They had this whole issue where Drew wanted her baby, or she wanted to have her baby blessed by this certain pastor, prophet, and
or Polofit.
Yeah, and Latoya had some type of relationship with him that wasn't all copacetic, and now Drew can't have the baby blessed.
Let me show you what the prophet look like. You see that?
Yeah.
You think he was trying to get her?
Help us.
Do you think he was trying to get her? Or was he trying to get another?
Yeah. Okay. Right. Or that.
Gucci.
Yeah.
First of all, I don't understand why Kenya couldn't just be beautiful and just be classy.
Yeah.
Who cares what's going on? But they did show a segment where she talked, because she's going through a divorce. She met this guy after just a few months. She gets married to him. He's like everything to her whole life. He is nice looking. I mean,
who is this?
This is Kenya.
Oh.
He all right. He not my type, but he all right, right? But for her, I can understand what, whatever. But then, like, he on the show said, I don't want to be with you no more. Like, on the show. He said this, I don't want to be with you no more, blah, blah, blah. Just leave me out of it. Like, I don't want to be on film no more. All that. He was just done. He might have multiple personalities. That might be the issue. But they're going through divorce. She talked about some of her childhood stuff that she kind of went through. Understood that. So she's got a lot of anger because of life. But that don't mean you gotta be mean to everybody else.
Doesn't mean that.
You know what I go through and how nice I am to people?
Very nice.
That lipstick is popping. It is going good with this little.
I like to coordinate.
Yeah, you do.
This is typograph. I like to coordinate.
I'm not into colors on the lips, sorry, but I'm gonna do something different today. We're gonna just do something different today for y'all.
There we go.
Anyway, so what I just did, let me tell you what I just did. Sorry. So I just put a little bit of my MAC. So I like to do a liquid, but I really hate to call it liquid because it's not that liquidy, but it's liquid. And I like to also follow it with a powder. So I'm using NW42, and I'm using that on my face as a powder, to soften what you see. And then I'm getting ready to put on, which is my favorite. How do you say her name? Laura Mercier. She's probably, well, back in the day, banana was our thing.
Banana, I still do banana. She's like, I moved on. She's moved on that.
You can't find this on like Amazon. Well, maybe you can, I don't know. But banana, I mean, after a while,
you're like, Ben Nye, who that?
Yeah. But this is one of the best. This is one of the best. And so I'm gonna put some of this on my face and let it bake on my face. This is just a lighter. So you guys saw me do the Lion King colors. Okay. I'm going to follow it up with this powder in that same area. And while that's baking, I'll do my eyes. Okay. You can actually set this with one of your sponges. That's what I normally do.
Why are you using the brush?
Because this is the new thing that I've been doing.
Oh, okay.
A little bit there. Because I use the same brush to dust it off.
Oh, I see.
Look, we on. So say what you say, cause that's A with Lecrae. From the A train to the A, I'm coming in hot.
To do the eyes, guys, I'm going to use, I'm very nude, so there's a Naked palette by Urban Decay, same place.
Oh, this is a new Naked palette.
No, it's not. They have a new one. There's a new one. There's a new one you really going to want. It's called Wild Wild West.
Ooh, I like this one. I'm going to have to get this one. I like Urban Decay colors. Like, I love their color. But this is nice. Honey is nice.
This is KKW. This is Kim
Who's
Kardashian.
that?
Kim Kardashian's color.
Speaking of Kim Kardashian, we'll get to that in a second.
And then this one broke out here.
This is what made her a billionaire. This makeup line. She's sold 20% to like some big makeup company, and she's blowing out of control.
And my other favorite, which is in here somewhere. Oh my God, it's my favorite.
Which one? Mented. I have some Mented.
Oh, this is my favorite palette. It is
Oh,
my
that's
favorite
pretty.
palette. It's my favorite,
Her favorite.
because I can just go natural. I don't have to go.
Yeah, it's
too
really
far.
pretty.
It's beautiful, and the pigment is amazing. I'm actually gonna use it just because we're black.
There you go.
And I'm gonna use my usual.
So Mented, and what Mented palette is that?
They only have
Oh,
no, they have more than one, but this is the everyday
Everyday
shade.
eyeshadow. Okay. So that's good because it's like the nude, so the natural look. So you know, you just keep it natural.
If you got any other colors, you can keep that. I don't want it. Like this one that I'm using, but this is not my palette.
I love colors. See that? This is my palette, Urban Decay. I love.
So obviously we love Urban Decay. That's the primer I use. That's pretty much the shadows that I use. I may use a little bit of here and there of MAC because I like Amber Lights is my favorite. I've been liking that since forever.
Yeah.
And there's a new one, I can't remember the name, but I'll find it. Yeah, but I love Urban Decay. Okay, so I have this stuff baking on my face while we're doing this other stuff. I look a mess, but it's okay.
So what's baking? Because people are gonna want to know what that
So
is.
what's that?
Laura Mercier.
So that is a powder, a translucent powder. Right now this white, but it's a translucent powder I'll put on the white area or the lighter shades that I did the whole little Lion King looking thing. That's there. And then I'm getting ready to do my eyes. So while that's baking, I kind of do my eyes and do all that, and then I'm gonna actually dust this off. I actually do contour my nose too, but we'll get to that. But you'll see me contour. I'm gonna contour with 42. This is a 40. This is actually. This is 50.
Wait, you contouring? That should be darker than 40.
It is. It's
48?
50, 52. Oh, sorry. Here it is. It's 50.
Oh, jeez. We're glad.
58. It's rubbed off. You tell me what that's saying.
Well, I mean, you doing that. I see it right there automatically. Boom, 58. I mean, that was no problem. NW58. Boom.
So I'm gonna contour that in just a moment, but I'm gonna do my eyes first. So we'll talk about what I'm gonna do with my eyes. I'm gonna do a lighter shade, and I'm gonna go darker, and then I'm gonna go a little darker, and I'll add some color, and then we'll blend it all. So that's all. That's all we're doing.
I'ma make a toast, cause we still alive. No big, I feel like Pac. I shoot a shot. I'm coming in. Coming in. Shoot that shot. Hey, why not? Hey, yeah. I'm coming in.
Wake 'em up. Wake 'em up. Wake 'em up, wake 'em up. See him still sleeping, so I had to shake 'em up. Shake 'em up. I kept it too real. I wasn't faking up. My real life was a headline. Your real life got a deadline. My timeline was a hashtag. Your timeline just a hate crime. Coming in hot, feeling like Pop. Back in 94 when he took 5 shots. Too much drive to ride your wave. Ditch my top and I'm off that lot. Black on black on black on black on black on black on black. You don't have to ball a rap to get them racks on racks. Uber poolers trying to catch my vibe and find my way. Yeah, I know I'm ratchet, but I'm really safe. Hot sauce dripping. Everybody wanna start dipping. First nobody wanna listen.
All right. So
now everybody pay fee.
So I have already. She just said something to me. I have already done my eyes. I'm actually getting ready to add this Fenty pen. So I think it's called. It's called Flyliner.
What is that?
Flyliner.
Oh, okay. Let's see what you did.
You see it's like really precise. I usually pull my left eye up. I think this is not a thing to do is to pull your eye, but I'm just telling you what I do. I got a lot of meat.
A lot of meat. Look at that. It's like a fresh slice. A fresh what do you want me to call you? An unprecious moment?
Tonya.
So you're not precious?
I'm precious.
What's that?
We're gonna take that same brush that we use. I kind of dusted off every time. And we're gonna really kind of blend this back in.
Look at that.
See where it was white?
Coming together. It's coming together. Nice. There we go.
But what I did not do was contour. I usually contour while it's still on my face, but you know, we're kind of going out of sync because I'm not in my own element, but it's okay.
Now what's that?
the darker, so this is the 58 we just talked about. So now I'm gonna go where the dark was before. When we did Lion King, I had some dark. So we're gonna define that cheek. Sometimes it's okay to smile, to see where it is. You're gonna make a 3. Let me show you what we're gonna do. 3, you see that? Right up under, kind of contour that chin. You got double chin like I do. I didn't have one till
You don't have one.
I do.
Oh, look how you make it. So you put a 3 on both sides.
Both sides. Do it just like on this side. Maybe it's like the right side.
That's all right.
Then.
So do you put blush on?
I do. I'm not a blush person all the time, but I know that you are. This is me getting my nose. This is me getting the side of my nose with the dark. I have specific brushes for specific things. Nothing really over.
How often do you clean your brushes?
Oh.
How often should you clean your brushes?
Probably, I would say once a month. I would say every 6 to 8 times.
Okay.
Yeah. Ask me how long it's been since I've done it.
Don't even ask.
Anyway, so this is when I kind of come in with the bronzer and the blush. I've always used this all my life, and rings. Looks just like this.
Pretty.
Has a little bit of a gold shimmer, even though it looks a little red. It has a little gold shimmer. I take a flat brush like this.
Look at that, I tell you, precious.
And then you just need to blend that in like a baby.
What goes with your little ears?
Any hoodle noodle.
I mean,
I'm gonna do bronzer. I'm gonna put on a bronzer. I just found this actually. This is brand new by MAC. It's called Happy Go Dazzly.
Go Dazzly.
And it looks like that.
It's real light.
It's very light, but we're gonna make it work.
Alright, let's see what it does.
I like to go, if you guys saw, I did my nose, I did this, and I made a bottom T. So I like to follow that same posture. Make a T. I don't connect the dots, I just make the same little posture. I just kind of, but this one, you can't really blend. You can't really like press the brush in your because it'll be too much. It's too light. Just kind of put a little bit up here. My eyebrows, y'all understand, they look a mess, but we don't let that go. We're gonna let it go for today.
I can't.
So I look like a little bit of a clown. I have no earrings on either, so that don't help. But anyway, it don't matter. But one of my favorite things to use is a more gold version of what I just used. So you can do the same thing. It won't be so shiny.
Do you put 2 of them on?
No, I don't. I'm just showing you what I do.
Oh, okay.
So I don't usually put 2. I don't usually put 1.
Oh, that sounds like a
This is Mented too.
Oh, it's new. Okay.
Their packaging is amazing.
That's cute.
It's really cute. Actually, I said I'm
So what's the pricing? Is nude? I mean, you can do nude. You don't have to do color. Yeah, go ahead and do nude.
All right, we're gonna do nude. So you were saying, what's the pricing?
Like, is Mented priced like MAC?
Mented is priced like MAC.
Okay.
Mented is up there, but I'm gonna say it's a good product.
It's good, then we just go with it.
Yeah, it's a great product. It's not bad. You're not getting like. I feel like I'm gonna tell you who's not that good. This is not bad. The colors are not bad, but it's not pigmented.
Oh, so like it looks pretty here.
Yeah, it's not.
But you're not gonna get that
as much on the brush. You're gonna be like scraping that mud. Sometimes you gotta like scrape a little bit to get
show of it.
Exactly.
Oh wow.
Just to get it to be right. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And Kim Kardashian stuff is not that. It's not. I feel like this.
Is it Paragraph?
No, Paragraph is no. I feel like Kim is in between Urban Decay and MAC, but I feel like she needs to be more on the lower side than the higher side.
I see.
I feel like she does. Especially if you're gonna do the quantity of amounts you're doing. I mean,
she's like, I'm trying to get to 1 million.
And she did.
Thank you. Thank all of you people who helped me get to 1 million.
Including me, because I didn't buy the whole skim.
You bought skims too? Do they work? Is it the shapewear you bought or like the loungewear?
I bought the shapewear.
Oh, you want the loungewear.
Shapewear. I was like,
oh, so it really works.
yeah, that's pretty. But yeah, that's all good. Anyways, so Kenya is on this whole thing about this is Mented. It's a pretty color. I usually like to wear a little bit lighter than this because
that looks good.
I think this is good.
Do you put a gloss on there, or do you just kind of leave it matte?
I usually leave it matte because
Okay,
I'm not a lipstick person. I can go without the lipstick.
No,
I probably
go
shouldn't.
with it.
Yeah, I probably shouldn't, but I could go.
Looks good though.
So we're gonna give you the final results.
So that's the finished look. Looks
pretty
good.
much. And then I spray this setter. So we talked about this. We're gonna talk about this before. So this is the Pore Professional by Benefit. So Benefit is a company
Benefit, yes.
that you can get from Nordstrom, Macy's, whatever. And you spray a little bit of this on your face.
And now she's gonna help everything set.
It's gonna
I can spray a lot of that on there.
This is not a lot.
Oh.
But it's a super setter. So from my understanding, it's this and another product. I'm gonna get it, but that will help.
It smells good.
Yeah, and it doesn't come off on your mask.
On your clothes?
On your mask.
Oh.
But a little bit does. It was promoted not to, but it's not as much as when I don't use it or when I use the regular Urban Decay.
That's nice.
Yeah. It does smell good. You're right.
We'll
watch it. Let's show you the finished product. But let's finish talking about this. We'll wrap it up.
All right. So basically, yeah. So Kenya's on this whole thing trying to figure it out.
For what?
Yeah. Oh, we actually got past that. We were now moving over to Drew and the baptism and Latoya.
Let's go back to Drew. You mentioned earlier that when people get on this show, they all look like they on it for your first time.
Yeah, you
look
can
like
always tell. You can always tell. You always know the newbies.
Drew's hair every time was something different. I said, Lord, whose grandma's wig is she using?
She's just happy to be here. She's happy to be here.
She is. She happy to be in the know.
Yes.
But she
right
is
now.
She's coming up. Yeah, she's coming up. She's coming up. Not necessarily on the show, and we didn't see that. We haven't seen the
finale
yet.
or the reunion.
Right.
So we don't know.
But on her Instagram, I just started following her, and I'm like, oh, Drew, okay, you okay? Oh. All right. Somebody, you have a friend there, because before you didn't have no friends. Because you didn't have no friends.
Yeah,
it was your mama and your husband who possibly cheated on you in Miami. Well, we let that go. But anyways, y'all need to watch the season. But
so I'm looking forward to the season finale.
Me too.
Let's see what's going to happen.
Yeah.
How everything, what kind of resolutions will be reached. Maybe some will, maybe some won't.
And if you watch the finale and you watch this on Wednesday, put your comments in for the whole, because we're going to be able to see the tea, right? It might be broken down into 1 or 2 episodes of the finale, but we'll see.
Yeah.
But speaking of Kim Kardashian, you just told me something yesterday.
Yeah, so I listened to a morning show, and I guess apparently it was also reported recently on The Shade Room, which is on Instagram. It's a blog. And so this was some years ago, but apparently there was an issue where Sonia Norwood, Brandy Norwood, we know Brandy. You know who that is? I want to meet them.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Brandy, right? So her mom, the momager extraordinaire that we all know, Miss Sonia don't play that.
For real.
Kim Kardashian was styling for Brandy back in the day.
Because Kim used to be a stylist. That's how she started.
Like 2007, something like that, way back then. And so, when you're a stylist, you get authorized to be on your client's credit cards. And so she was authorized to be on Miss Sonia's credit card, and she actually used the credit card.
100?
It was charged, I think, $120,000 is what was reported. $120,000. And
it was all going towards what?
It was all for her own boutique. The Dash boutique that we see on the Keeping Up with the Kardashians. It was all for that. And so she was sued, and her sisters Khloe and Kourtney and even the brother Rock were all involved in it. Apparently they settled out of court, and we have heard nothing else about it but it's just amazing to me and interesting to me how people come up and how people get their starts, their beginnings.
On the backs of what?
Us. And so I thought that was pretty interesting. So, you know, they've gone on to be billionaires and, you know, doing big things and making
And not only
and
that,
all that.
how else did Kim get started? With her son. And they knew. I'm talking about Norwood's son.
Oh, yes, Ray J.
That whole big old fiasco, right?
Right.
And from our understanding, even though it was shown that she did, I didn't know, all that crying.
But it later revealed that, you know, her family mom
was like,
monopolized on that opportunity and, you know, make the best of it. And so they made the best of it, and the best of it was, you know, basically where they are today. And everybody in the family has reaped the benefit of that. So it is what it is. It is what it is.
It's crazy. It's sad. It's dumb. And honestly, when you told me yesterday, the first day I was on the freeway, and I was like, people really get off the bat. Like literally, they did lose something to put a little bit of that. You think you can hide it in work, right? And then you put it in your store, which the store helped, you know, generate
$120,000 worth of merchandise. So that was.
And you think about the merchandise that has $6, $7, $20, $50 that's added on top of that.
So, yeah, like I said, apparently they settled and resolved it, but I just thought that was very interesting. I thought that was very, very interesting. So, thank you for joining us on today with this. Yes.
My last look. Okay, so we are done. I took off my little rabbit ears. My sister just called me a rabbit. This is the finished look. That was this little cute little outfit.
That's cute.
Where's your outfit from?
This is actually from Target. Ever since that Target haul, I have been a Target.
I love Target. But you know what? I appreciate having a little girl time with you. Maybe next time you'll do Get Ready With Me. She don't want to never do it.
Because I just like, she's really good at explaining every step, and she does like lots of steps. I just get impatient after a while. I'm like, all right.
This is what you got.
We'll see. I don't know. We'll see.
So hopefully Sissy will do a Get Ready With Me. I appreciate you.
We'll see. She's very good.
But you're good at what you do too.
We'll see.
You do good. You do good. I love this outfit, Target.
Thank you.
I love it. So actually, it's funny because it got a little yellow. We didn't even plan this.
Didn't even plan.
Oh, I love the yellow. I love it.
It's spring. In sync.
Yes, it is. Yes, we are. So, anyways, you know what to do. Like, comment, and subscribe. If you have any questions, I did kind of zoom through a little bit some of that, but I tried my best to put as much information as I can, and I'll put all the things and I'll put everything in the description box of what I use. This is pretty much my everyday. I don't really use blush all the time, but I am pretty much everything else on the same. So, but you look good.
Thank you.
Looks good. And we just want to tell you guys, thank you for tuning in to us. We have more stuff coming to you. We're going to actually get ready to do a badge thing really soon.
That's coming up. That's coming up.
If you don't know what that is, Google it and then you can just comment.
Right. And we will definitely share our experience.
Yes, we will. Anyways, I love you, Sissy.
Love you too.
And we love you.